Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my cover reveal for the new book that's coming out at the end of February called The Dream Dancers. That's my fiction book. It's my first fiction book and it's a serial. I've got the first book written, second book is written, third book is kind of halfway through just now, not even halfway through, just about halfway through. But when you finish a book and put the end on it, it's not finished, nowhere near finished. You've got the kind of cover art to do for it as well. You've got the inside pages, the end pages, you've got the kind of marketing of it, you've got landing pages, you've got Facebook groups, pages to set up as well. So I've done all that, that's all done, and I'll kind of show you a wee bit of that here, but I want to specifically talk about how do you choose a cover for your book. Okay, so I'm going to jump over. I'll jump over to Amazon just now. So if you think about the genre that your book is going to be written in, or your book is written in. Mine's a supernatural fiction, so it kind of crosses over genres, which is not always a good idea. It crosses over, so there's a couple of categories this can go in. So for me, I wanted this to be kind of adult-ish thriller, but supernatural. It's got witches in it, a branch of witches called the Dream Dancers. They're a branch of kind of witches. So there's going to be a bit of YA in there, but it's not written for the YA audience. It's actually written for the NA audience, which is new adult audience. So we're going to look in books and we're going to look in the Kindle as well. So we'll look in books first of all, and we'll look in mystery and thriller, and we'll do thrillers and suspense. And you can see here, this is kind of what I'm going for. This is, if you look at the books and the Kindle books as well, but I'm going to look at books. This is kind of the kind of line I'm going down. So we've got Debbie Herbert here, Michael Crichton, Sanatorium, Sarah Pierce as well, Luann Rice as well. This is kind of what I'm going for, but if we look at supernatural, and we can see here, Dean Koontz is really kind of dominating this space just now. But we've got Discovery of Witches, which is, and I like this one by Ambrose Ibsen. You see this? Kind of like that. So I thought, okay, something like that. That's what I was really going for. But I wanted it more kind of supernatural as well. So straight away, when you go into a thriller book, you can tell it's a thriller book. So we're going to thrillers. And we'll go into, say, a financial kind of thriller. You can almost tell straight away there's a thriller. Usually what it has is kind of one person, a woman or a man on it, kind of running or something like that. You can see here Johnny Silver thriller box set as well. I'll just show you Mark Nolan ones. And we'll look at Mark Nolan. You can see that's One Man and a Dog, so obviously it's got dogs in there as well. So it's kind of similar to that, but I wanted it a wee bit more magical, more mysterious in there as well, and I'll reveal how we got to it later on. So this is what you want to look at when you're first thinking about a cover. You want to look at this and say, okay, this is the kind of thing I'm trying to emulate here. So I got a bunch of these and I thought, okay, these would be fantastic for my book, and this is what I came up with. So these are the books I really liked. Reading as well as obviously the covers as well. But Ernest Dempsey, he's written loads of books. You know Ernest well if you're in this, if you like this genre. But I really like his covers. They're very distinctive. You can tell they're Indiana Jones type of kind of covers, but I really like those covers as well. So the other ones I like to show you as well is Mark Dawson. I like Mark Dawson's covers. You can see a city in the background. And we've got the Angel, Isabel Rose thriller as well, just a woman kind of walking. You can tell immediately that's a thriller type. And the other ones I really like is A.G. Riddle. I love these covers. So I wanted to emulate A.G. Riddle's covers as well. Now you can see the copywriting on this exactly the same, apart from the kind of title of the book. So you've got the Atlantis Gene, the Atlantis Plague, the Atlantis World. But you can see straight away that they're all same copywriting, the style is the same. The only thing that changes is the background, and that's what I wanted to do with mine. So the only thing that really changes is the background and the colour, obviously. So predominantly colour green, red, blue here. That's what I want to do with my books. So another one I looked at, or the other ones I looked at, Scott Mariani, I like his books as well. I like the covers. You can tell immediately this is kind of thriller type books, a bit like kind of Da Vinci Code and things like that as well. But I like his books as well, I like reading them. And the other one is Deborah Harkness, and Discovery of Witches. Really like this as well. You can see the city in the background here. And then the second book, when they go back in time to Italy, they've got a purple cover, green cover there as well. So I kind of looked at all of these and said that's kind of what I want. And I looked at the Amazon kind of categories and the genres as well. I looked at all of that and I came up with the type of cover that I wanted to tell the reader, or to tell at a glance exactly what it was going to be about. So then what I did was go over to 99designs.com or .co.uk, wherever you are in the world. It'll be the domain extension. And I gave designers a brief. 99 Designs is a brilliant website, and I've got all my books designed there for the non-fiction books. This is the first one for fiction, and it's brilliant for fiction. I'll put a link down below as well. So basically, I gave them a brief and just said, this is a supernatural thriller book, and it's typically read by men and women aged 21 plus, predominantly women who like thrillers and subtle witchcraft books like A Discovery of Witches. And then I gave them kind of all the photos I've just showed you there and said, this is the kind of style I'm looking for. So then what happens after that is loads of designs get done. And I'll just show you some of them. Some of them have been pulled. This is one of the ones I liked. And we'll just go withdrawn by designer. This is another one. I liked the designer. I liked, this was the back and front cover. I really liked that as well. But a lot of people were saying it was too busy. And I'll tell you how to do that after. So you can see there's lots of different iterations. Some of the designers just didn't get it. They obviously hadn't read the brief. The Dream Dancers, it's nothing to do with dancing. So they haven't read the brief and they've just designed something like that. Some of them are very... Again, somebody dancing here is nothing to do with dancers, so they've not read the brief. So if you're a designer, read the brief if you're on 99 Designs. This kind of looked good, but it just wasn't the style I was looking for. Some of them are really, really good as well, but just not what I was looking for. So I'll just quickly run through these. This was another one that just didn't fit at all. And it looks like romance. A lot of these look like romance, but they're not. This is not a romantic. It's got some romance in it. It's got slow, what they call a slow burner romance in it. And some of them are really quite good, but ultimately there was a couple that really stole it. So that was 99 designs. So there was 62 designs kind of went up there. Then you whittle it down. For your own, you kind of do it yourself, or I can actually send out to my email list and said, okay, I've got these kind of 10 designs, what one do you think's best? Then the top 3 kind of got in there. I don't know if you can still see the poll. Polls, yeah, so declined. So you can see there was a poll done here, 65 votes, 96 votes, 76 votes. This one, the winning design, got an average of 4.1 out of 5 rating for 76 votes. The second one was 3.9 out of 96 votes as well, and there was other ones that have been declined there as well. This one was declined, but it's a good one. I'm going to show you that as well. That is actually good. That was one of the first ones I thought, yeah, they're getting there, they're going along the right lines. So I sent it out. You can do polls on 99 Designs, so you can send it out to social media and get a link sent out. So there's 168 votes. So then what I've done is I've whittled it down to 2 designs. The top 2 designs were very, very clear. Our top 2 designers were very, very clear. So I whittled it down and then I put it onto Facebook. So it was down to these 2 covers. That's what it was coming down to. This cover, number 1, number 2. And all I did was say, okay, what book cover? 1 or 2. So I just put the top. I'm writing a supernatural thriller book and wondered what cover are you more drawn to for this type of book. So there's 954 comments. So I counted every single one of these, the ones that said 1 and 2. Predominantly people like number 2, but a lot of people like number 1, so it's kind of more or less 50-50. But what a lot of people were saying is number 2 looks like a romantic kind of book, or a romance in it, and it's not predominantly a romance, it's predominantly a thriller and a supernatural book, although there's a slow burn of romance in it. So I looked at that, and I also done nextdoor.co.uk. I don't think they have this in America, but basically if you stay in a specific area, you kind of tell people about your kind of area and what's happening in your area as well. If there's something happening, if there's kind of a community event going on or something like that. It's a brilliant website for getting to know people in your area and just about the community as a whole. So I kind of put it up because I'm from that area anyway, and I thought, what one do you fancy? And what one do you like? And I put that up, and they went over and they kind of told me here as well. I'm just going to show you the comments. What cover would you choose? Number 2, good luck. I'll just say, yeah. Number 1, I think 2 makes it look much more like a romance. So a lot of people said that. So then I changed the cover yet again, or I asked the designer to change the cover. So that is the final design. That is a cover reveal, although I've not done it there. I'll need to kind of show you in Photoshop. That's the final design cover. And I think it looks fantastic. The designer has done a brilliant job on it. And then when it comes to book 2 and book 3 and book 4 and book 5 and 9 in the serial, all I'll do is I'll change out the background image. This is a picture of Kelvin Grove Art Gallery in Glasgow, because it's set in Glasgow. So I'll do another building in Glasgow, but predominantly have the colour red or blue or purple or another colour, but keep the Dream Dancers, the Akashic Chronicles, book 1, and then change it just to book 2, and have all this the same. It's going to be exactly the same. It'll just be the background cover, the changes, and the predominance of the colour that will change as well. So it's going to be easily recognisable that this is a Dream Dancers book. So I'm going to have 9 books. If you imagine 9 books like this on a shelf on Amazon, it's going to look pretty damn amazing. Just like A.G. Riddle's books look brilliant. They look fantastic. Love the covers, and this really stands out. So that is the cover reveal, and that is how you do. That's how you pick a cover. You let the readers design. People will read these books, and people are kind of just book buyers, or not even book buyers, but they'll just tell you, kind of without lying to you, they'll tell you what one really attracts their attention. So 99 Designs is brilliant. Amazon is your first port of call. Look at the genre you're going to go into, then look at all the covers, what they're doing. So if you're looking to do covers, that's how I do it. I definitely would not do this yourself. You can see some of the ones I've just showed you. Even that's designers on 99 Designs. They look very amateurish, and you definitely don't want to do that yourself. Spend the money on covers. If you're going to, once you've kind of written your book, spend the money on covers and editing. That's where I've spent all my money, on the covers and the editing. And 99 Designs, it's about $200 to get a cover done. And what I could do really, if I really wanted to, I could just change the colour on this and change a bit of the kind of writing for book 2. But I'm not going to do that. The designer done a fantastic job, and we went back and forth, so I want to give him the work as well. So that's it in a nutshell. Any questions, ask down below. But that is a cover reveal for the Dream Dancers. I hope you like it, and I hope you got a lot out of this about kind of designing your covers as well. Okay, until next time, namaste, take care, bye now.